Whatever should we do? What? You got it in the city. Relax. You take it to the weekend. You don't be telling me. Who are you, man? You be my energy. You get the ecstasy. I started off with questions, and then it's number two. Things on my mind. Why this? Why that? What do we do? The questions that is searching. He's diving in the seeking. So far some ass leaking. You think you be tweaking. You don't be preaching. You don't be telling me. That my faith is in as far as you read my energy. You got the recipe to get the ecstasy. I'm shifting gears on the things that you wouldn't believe. Now people don't see. It's also Christian seed. It's on the start, that's why you trap, you stuck, you cannot leave. You best be on your knees. Confess your sins of move. You don't have no question, have to face you, trust you, tell the truth. You think you can't explain it? You think you can blame it? It's warfare, the bonds explode, collateral damage. I manage to maintain to explain. We hit to evolve, but the campaign change. I'm about to read, man. Weekend. You don't be telling me. Who are you, man? You read my energy. You get the ecstasy. On the thing that you won't believe. 1, 2, 3. You step again on the way, man. What? What? Tell the truth. Planet. Collateral damage. I manage. We here to evolve. Let's grow. Damn thing change. I'm Astrology read, man. One light.
Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising to you all. Are you ready for the weekend? It's the weekend, baby. Hopefully, well, if you all watching this, I know you made it to the weekend. You're here. You're here. You're here. All right. So, hopefully y'all been following along all week. Hopefully y'all have been following along all week. Keeping track of what's of the things that's been in the air. We've been watching. Well, I've been watching. I've been trying to keep you all informed. All right. So before we get into what's going on today, let's see. Oh, my bad. Man, it wasn't even. Oh, I didn't even have it public. It was unlisted. It was still unlisted. Oh shit. I didn't even turn the microphone on. So, I'll talk. Matter of fact, let me just stop that recording. I might as well start over because the microphone didn't even pick that up. No, I'm talking about this microphone here because I also was recording right here as well. So I started off then with saying grand rising. And I see you made it to the weekend. And if you are listening or watching, you had to make it to the weekend. Right? what's currently going on out there in the stars. The moon is currently in Gemini. After it's started off Sunday, we started off Sunday with a lunar eclipse. And the moon was in water, and now we're in Gemini, which is actually the sign that's square to that eclipse energy. And if you've been paying attention to stuff I've been putting out, there's been a slow build up going on leading up to today's energy with the Mercury Cazimi with the sun. It's actually met at 20 degrees Virgo. They're currently both at 21 degrees Virgo. The Cazimi is still going on. The exact is within 17 minutes of arc. So the Mercury's at 21 degrees, 15 minutes. The sun is at 21 degrees, 5 minutes. So that's 10 degrees of arc with 7 more degrees of arc to be out of the exact heart. All right. What is Cazimi? Cazimi means in the heart of the sun. Welcome everybody. I appreciate it if you hit the like at the top of the screen. The Cazimi means in the heart of the sun. Spoke about that yesterday, well, all week. And, he also talked about how eclipses happen where the nodes are located. The nodes are currently located on the in the Virgo Pisces axis. The Virgo Pisces axis. So that's where all of this eclipse energy is happening. For a year and a half, about 18 months. It takes the nodes about 18 months to travel through a sign. And so we had the eclipse, and then the sun hit the south node and was in opposition to the north node. And then Mercury, trailing the sun, hit the south node as well. And now Mercury has finally caught up to the sun and is currently in the heart of the sun as it moves forward toward Libra and entering into Libra before the sun. So let's just say the Mercury is paving the way for the sun's entrance into Libra. Mercury will enter Libra September 18th, with the sun following Mercury September 23rd. Mercury is the messenger of the king, messenger of the God. So let's just say the messenger is going forward to pave the way for the king's arrival. All right. So, what's up, Ed? Addis? What's happening with you? So, what is this Mercury Cazimi about? Oh, I also was talking about this week how Jupiter in its exalted position. What's up, Maverick? Jupiter in its exalted position, um, sextile the sun, it's sextile, sextile the sun, it is sextile, um, Mercury, sextile the South Node. And so sextile is supporting energy. Yeah, I've been on that before. I've been on there a lot, spent a lot of time on there. What's up, Gosh? So, and I told y'all before that within each sign, there's 30 degrees. Within those 30 degrees, there are bounds, and different planets have, let's just say, dominion over certain degrees. And this Mercury Cazimi with the sun is happening in 20 degrees Virgo, which happens to be in the bounds of Jupiter, which Jupiter sent sextiling energy on this week toward that. Plus, where Jupiter is at, it's also trine water to the North Node. Right. So the Mercury conjunction with the sun exactly at 20 degrees Virgo is creating it's like a sacred union. It's when Mercury is pretty much sitting on the solar throne of consciousness. And basically this Cazimi is representing mental clarity. We could have insights is sharpening, is being, iron sharpens iron. So it's being solar infused. Mercury, in a way, is being reborn, burned off and reborn. Now, Mercury, let's not forget, the Mercury is the ruler of Virgo. And actually, it's the exalted ruler of Virgo. Mercury rules Gemini, and it also rules Virgo. It's exalted in Virgo. And Virgo is about analyzing, refining. Virgo is about details. All right. Virgo is about details. And the South Node energy is about release. All right. And so all this week, the sun was shedding light on what needs to be released in your life. And you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it in a precision way. Like I was talking about, it's not about throwing the baby out with the bathwater. All right. So what was being illuminated this week was things that no longer serve your greater purpose, in which needs to They can't, things that no longer serve your greater purpose and you need to release so you can go forward. It's like extra baggage. Right? Why is it exalted? Well, Mercury is the mind. Well, Mercury is the mind, and the mind details, analyzing, and all of that. That's that's why Mercury really likes Virgo. The mind really enjoys that. The mind also enjoys conversations and communicating and information and all of that too. That's why it actually is rules Gemini as well. But that's just, if you go with the signs. But Mercury actually, I said it earlier, it's the messenger of the God. And so Mercury actually sits on both sides of the king and queen. The moon is the queen. The sun is the king. The moon rules Cancer. The sun rules Leo, and Mercury sits on both sides. Virgo is on this side of Leo. Gemini is on this side of Cancer. So you got the king and queen, and then you got Mercury on both sides. Right? Now, I said the Cazimi started happening at 20 degree Virgo, right? Numerology wise, the number 20 embodies wisdom, rigor, and melancholy. So what I'm talking about now, we got to add this as a layer. We have to add this as a layer to all this stuff. All right. So wisdom is deep understanding earned after disciplined experience. What does that mean? It means just because you read something, that don't mean you have knowledge on it, but you don't have wisdom within that because you didn't go out and actually do the practical discipline work to extract the wisdom from the knowledge in which you, right? And we got rigor, precise application of knowledge with moral discernment. Did you learn something, take it, and then actually go out there and try to apply the knowledge in which, and when you're out there applying the knowledge, are you using Virgo discernment? Hey, this, even though they say it's like this, it actually works like this. Hey, even though they said it's like this, it's really like this. You ain't gonna get that unless you do the rigorous practice and over experiencing it and finding out the little nuances. And then the number 20 also points to melancholy, the contemplative weight of mature insight and recognition of what was left behind. It takes maturity to actually release something and really, hey, I don't need this anymore. Right? This is weighing me down. I need to release this. That may take maturity. I also said that this Cazimi is happening at 20 degrees in the bounds of Jupiter. And by the way, if I look at where's Jupiter currently at now? 20 degrees Cancer. Center. Now, but the sun and the moon done moved. this energy is still there because we got 3 degrees of separation. What does that mean? With you, the energy could still be felt within 3 degrees, either applying or separating. The energy is still there. So this stuff is going to be in the air for a few days and stuff like that. What I'm talking about. All right. So with it happening in the bounds of Jupiter, right? Jupiter has something to say about this Cazimi. It adds another layer, right? And Jupiter is philosophical expansion and meaning making. And so, hey, if we are letting go, if we are release, because we are trying to expand, you need to release things with meaning, again, not just throwing things out with the bad water, right? Jupiter, also the layer of Jupiter in Cancer, exalted, puts a layer of optimistic vision, right? And so Virgo can be overcritical. Virgo can be like a wet blanket on a situation. And so this Jupiter in Cancer exalted is, even though Virgo wants to be critical, it's a positive critical. As in, hey, if we do this and do this, this could work. This could work better. Jupiter energy is also the guru or the guide, right? And so this could be the energy of some guru or guide or somebody sitting in a benevolent or exalted position, coming down and uplifting you out of this situation, offering opportunities for upliftment, not oppression. And Jupiter also is the teacher and all of that. So this letting go and this release and all of that, even though it could be hard, you also can learn, extract the lesson and the wisdom if you're looking for it, right? Now, the saving symbol that's connected to the Cazimi, which is a girls basketball team. A girls basketball team. Now, this is actually the next symbol from yesterday, because I talked about the conjunction. Oh, by the fact, the sun met the north node at conjunction at 18. Mercury is at 18. So the saving symbol that was connected to that was a caravan of people, a caravan of cars on their way to the West Coast. Now this is the next thing after that. A girls basketball team. You got a caravan of cars on the way to the West Coast. You got a girls basketball team. Now with the girls basketball team, it's about physical training as a means to participate in a collective effort. Now, if you think about it, a lot of times when teams go to games and stuff, everybody is lined up in like a little caravan and they all following each other, right? And you got to put the symbolism, right, of the West. What was the West Coast? heading to a new frontier. So caravan, a team has to have a collective effort to be successful, right? So you got the basketball metaphor. Now the ball the ball being thrown into a narrow opening above the player's heads, right? The ball represents higher consciousness, being and in us as souls being driven upward at a focal point, because you got to concentrate to hit that, right? A team is actually individual and collective, because you individually you have to play your position. You have to do your role. If you trying to do the other person's role, collectively you won't have success. So everybody got to play their part and do their thing, right? I got to do my job, you got to do your job, and if everybody do their job with precision, serving the collective, which is the team, we're going to have success, i.e. win the championship, win some trophies. You know what I mean? Hey, Tim. Now, this is also unlike a lot of competitive sports. It's different than one-on-one, because team sports, it's a collective effort. People have to coordinate their efforts to individual for the team. So I gotta individually achieve. For the collective effort to achieve for us to success, right? And so we practice together, even though I'm practicing to get myself better. We practice together and all that to make the whole team and make it a culture of participation. Now, why the emphasis? What's the emphasis on the girl? Well, that's feminine energy, right? And so masculine energy and feminine energy are different. Feminine energy receives, takes in. And so this is about a conscious effort taking in, being receptive. You got to be receptive to the collective forces. Hey, I want to go out here and do my individual thing, but if I go out here and just do my individual thing and not have consideration of the collective effort, that's not going to work. And feminine energy is also intuition, collaboration, is also emotional intelligence. Let me ask you this. When it comes to, I was talking about eclipse and release and all of that stuff, do you think you should be emotionally intelligent to what needs to stay and what actually needs to go? What if something actually is holding you back, but you got a sentimental connection to it? Is it emotionally intelligent to keep holding on to that, even though it's holding you back? Or will it take a mature, emotionally mature approach to be able to release that in which binds you and enslaves you? So a lot of times when it comes to this stuff, people, Cazimi, what does it mean? But this stuff has been going on in like a sequence. Have you been paying attention to the sequence? Do I need to remind you? I guess I do. Well, so we had the conjunction of the South Node at 18 degrees Virgo. And that was, if you go back this week in some of them videos, that's when you hear me talking about mental decluttering and a karmic release. That's when you heard me talking about the caravan of cars headed to the West Coast, the collective journey beginning. And then you're going to hear me talk about Jupiter sextile and in an exalted position. And I told you Mercury's in an exalted position too. So we had two planets in an exalted position. Well, actually. And then the moon was, at that time, the moon was playing in it. The moon was exalted too. We had three things exalted, sending supportive energy. The moon was exalted in Taurus, sending supporting energy, to Virgo, Taurus to Virgo. And then I was also talking about Jupiter and Cancer exalted, sending sextile supporting energy to Virgo. Water to earth, earth to earth, the earth, grounding, stability, water, Jupiter, Cancer, exalted, raining water down on this earth so things can grow. If there's no water around earth, you know what we got? A desert. So the Jupiter sextile was immediate support and expansion after release. Jupiter also was offering, asking you to have faith, and take that leap. It's hard to take that step if you don't even know if there's a step down there waiting on you. And Jupiter was saying, hey, I'm supporting this release and all that. Have faith. I got you. You ain't gonna fall. And Jupiter was also trying to the North Node. Hey, I'm supporting this release because I got faith. I'm trying to put you on the right path. And Pisces. Now we get to the Cazimi and the bounds of Jupiter. We go from mental decluttering, karmic release, immediate support, expansion after release. Now we get the mental rebirth, divine clarity, a girls' basketball team, collective integration and training. The caravan, 18 degrees, represents the journey itself. Collective movement toward new horizons, leaving old territories behind through cooperative effort. What does that mean? Are you looking at the times? Are you looking what's going on in the matrix right now? Are you going with the flow? Are you trying to embrace the new technologies and all that stuff? Or are you in being cooperative, or are you fighting fighting everything? All right. The basketball team, 21 degrees, represents the training, the coordinated actions required as part of the collective, discipline, preparation of group service. You gotta do your part. I mean, you gotta be at home working on your stuff if you have to do the extra work. Shows the ultimate purpose, the rebirth of individuality, clarity in service to the collective, and shared goals. Jupiter being the benevolent guide, guide providing wisdom from exalted position, operating as the nurturing, protective position, ensuring this transformation feels supportive rather than harsh. It's okay to rip the Band-Aid off. It's trying to the North Node in Pisces, created a harmonious flow energy, directly blessing this blessing your evolutionary destination, guaranteeing emotional reward and spiritual meaning. It's in the bounds, that means it's in the bounds of Jupiter. So Jupiter governs his actual Cazimi degree, ensuring that this mental rebirth is imprinted with expansion, faith, and benevolent purpose from the inception. It provided, the sextiles provided support to the South Node release and creates a bridge to the future. Hey, it's okay to release this over here and go to here because here's the bridge. Here's how you get here. Take this bridge. Now, do you have the faith that the bridge is going to hold you as you walk across? Or do you think the bridge is going to crumble? Jupiter's saying, go ahead, walk. But are you saying, no, Jupiter, I can't. I'm scared. Oh shit. That done happened again. My bad, y'all. The chat ain't work. My bad. Oh, I wasn't ignoring y'all. My bad. Oh hell. Sorry about that, y'all. Technical problems. I wasn't in here ignoring y'all. I thought y'all wasn't saying nothing. Be honest with you. I was like, damn, I guess it ain't here. Yeah, hey, my bad. I ain't know y'all was saying anything. I would have responded. My bad. Last thing I saw was somebody redacted somebody's comments and shit. And that was yeah. Hey, what's up, Mental? What's up, bro? What's going on with you, man? Yeah, my bad, y'all. And look, and I'm sitting up here talking about technology and shit like that. And I ain't up on my thing. All right. Now I gotta get this right. Let me get this right. Let me get this right. Is this something I could do with this that make it come? Yeah, so um uh so this transition period, like I was saying, Jupiter is offering a bridge. So Jupiter sextile both the Sun and Mercury, while conjunct the South Node, was providing comfort during decluttering. It's also offering an immediate reward. Mercury sextile back to Jupiter offers tangible signs of progress. You know, we said earlier, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Are you tracking your progress? And it don't small steps. We all got a long-term major goal, but it's also recognizing the small steps. You know, the small steps matter. The small steps are they they matter. And I'm not sitting up here saying, give yourself a participation trophy for every little small accomplishment. But ain't nothing wrong with giving yourself a cookie. Allow yourself to have a cookie. The Cazimi occurs under Jupiter's bounds, ensuring wisdom serves the collective good. Jupiter's trine to the North Node promises the destination is blessed. Some people are walking around here talking about I'm blessed and highly favored. Yes, yes, um, correct. Mental. Noticing small accomplishments and recognize, acknowledging small steps and all of that. Yes, that can help with self-esteem, self-worth, boost of confidence. You are totally correct with that. And which people struggle with. Being confident, being bold in their moves. Right? So when it comes to this Cazimi, integration of this energy, integrating this, it represents the birth of consciousness trained for group integration. The birth of consciousness trained for group integration. What does that mean? To me, that means, hey, y'all, even though we are individuals, reality is we still got to live in this matrix that's we may not like. So we still got to learn how to navigate and move around and all that. How can you navigate, move around, and maintain your individuality, your authentic self, right? You need to do this with precision, right? The ego consciousness is the basketball team. It must rise toward higher goals, the hoop. And after what happened and this week, people getting taken out, the Christmas getting canceled, we can see what politics and all that, can we actually admit, politically wise and all that, we're at the bottom of the barrel right about now. All that infight, the fighting, hell, well, anyway, don't get me started. So, by the way, so what does that mean? If everybody work on themselves personally, work on raising their vibration, work on raising their consciousness personally, it will affect the collective. What does that mean? Hey, it's like a bowling effect. You work on yourself, hey, you work on yourself, you raise your consciousness, you're going to be like a bowling ball going down the alley. It's going to affect either people going get on or you going to hit a strike. So are you doing life? Are you a gutter ball? If you was a bowling ball, do you want to make strikes, or do you want to go in the gutter and side strike the pins because you're afraid of hitting the pins and don't want to hurt the pins? But the pins are there to be knocked down. That's the pin's purpose, to be knocked down by the bowling ball. But you, as the bowling ball, feel some type of way about the pins. You care about the pin feelings. So I'm going to just push myself. Bowling pins lives matter. Oh, shit, right? All right, y'all ready to make this shit personal? Y'all ready to make this shit personal? What does the Cazimi mean for y'all? Y'all ready to make it personal? Y'all want to know what this Cazimi mean for y'all? All right. So, like I said, yeah. All right. First off, y'all gotta keep in mind when something affects a planet like Mercury, it don't just affect one place, it affects two places. So Mercury rules two signs. It rules Virgo and Gemini. So this Cazimi, well, it's going on in Virgo, so it's in the house, but it also is affecting your Gemini area. And what is the Mercury Cazimi with? The sun. And guess what? The sun has rulership of something. So you think if this thing is going down with the sun, you think it's not going to affect whatever the sun rules? And the sun rules Leo. So now we have three houses. This one Cazimi has something to do with three houses in your chart. Gemini, Virgo, Leo. And just for shits and giggles, if you want to throw in I said this is going on in the bounds of Jupiter. So where's Jupiter? Jupiter's over there in Cancer. So do we need to throw another house? That's 4 houses. Hey, Jupiter rules 2 houses itself. Jupiter rules Pisces and Sag. So if you just go with those 3, Mercury, you got Virgo and Gemini. You got the Sun, which is Leo. You got Jupiter, which is Sag and Pisces, and then Cancer. And then if I really wanted to, if I really, really wanted to, you could throw the moon in there because the moon rules Cancer. But we ain't gonna go that deep. But how to figure out what some of this stuff actually means for you, you gotta think in that way of what I just said. All right? So Aries rising. Mercury rules your 3rd and your 6th. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just name out the houses. Aries rising. You got 3, 6, 5, 4. Mercury is the 3rd and the 6th. The Sun is your 5th of creativity. Jupiter's gift in Cancer is exalted in your 4th house, blessing your home foundations. The Cazimi rebirths your communication style and work routines through creative self-expression. Mental clarity emerges around how your voice serves joy and purpose. The basketball team symbol shows you training your daily habits into rhythm that supports both service and play. Jupiter support from your home base makes this transformation feel emotionally secure. Taurus risings. Any Taurus risings in the house? Taurus rising. Mercury rules your 2nd of resources and your 5th of creativity. The Sun rules your 4th house of home and family. Jupiter's exalted gift in your 3rd of communication is expanding your communication and local connections. You need to get around the neighborhood. Hey, Taurus risers, you need to take a walk around, take a drive around the neighborhood. You might be able to connect with somebody. Your values and creative expression undergo mental renewal through family foundations. The Cazimi clarifies how your talents and resources serve home and emotional security. Jupiter support through siblings, neighbors, or everyday conversations help you see how your worth multiplies when shared. Stop being hoarders, Taurus rising. The team symbol reminds you your gifts are meant for the collective, your gifts are meant for collective abundance. Gemini rising. Mercury is your chart ruler. Mercury rules the 1st of identity and 4th of home and roots. The Sun rules the 3rd of communication, and Jupiter's gift, exalted in the 2nd, is stabilizing your self-worth and values. This is a total identity rebirth. Your sense of self and emotional foundations transform through how you think and communicate. The Cazimi rewires your entire approach to life, moving from perfectionist analysis to intuitive wisdom. Jupiter's support through unshakable self-worth makes this core transformation feel abundant rather than scary. You're not just joining the team, you're discovering who you are within inside that team. By the way, you could also pay attention for your sun and your moon as well. They will have a little resonation in that as well. Cancer rising. Cancer rising, Mercury rules your third of communication and your 12th of spirituality. The sun rules your second house of values and income. Jupiter's exalted gift in your first is expanding your personal presence and optimism. Mental rebirth flows between conscious communication and subconscious wisdom, affecting your values and resources. The Cazimi brings spiritual insights into practical application through your income and worth. Jupiter's exaltation in your first makes you the living vessel of this nurturing wisdom. The basketball team trains you to communicate your intuition with confidence and clarity. Say it with your chest, Cancer rising. Leo rising. Leo rising. Any Leos? Leo rising, Mercury rules your second of resources and your 11th of social networks. The sun rules your first of identity. Jupiter's gift, exalted in your 12th, blessing your spiritual support and hidden grace. Your relationship with your money and friendships undergoes mental renewal that directly impacts your self-expression. The Cazimi clarifies how your worth and social connections shape your leadership presence. Jupiter's hidden support from the 12th offers spiritual downloads and dreams that guide your path. The team symbol shows you how to lead through service rather than dominance. Serve, don't dominate. Virgo rising. This is also your chart. Mercury is also your chart ruler. Mercury rules the first, but it also rules your 10th, which is opposite of Gemini. Gemini is first and fourth. Virgo is first and 10th. The sun rules your 12th of spirituality and hidden realms. Jupiter's gift, exalted in your 11th, expanding friendships and collective vision. The most powerful Cazimi placement, your entire identity and career undergo profound renewal through spiritual and subconscious insights. The basketball team symbol is your graduation ceremony. From solitary perfectionism to collective mastery. Jupiter's support through friendships and groups show you Jupiter's support through friends and groups show you that your precision belongs to a greater whole. Becoming less discerning, you're learning to coach others with your gifts. Libra rising, Mercury rules your 9th of philosophy and 12th of spirituality. The sun rules your 11th of groups and hopes. Jupiter's exalted gift in your 10th, elevating your career and public reputation. Mental rebirth occurs through higher learning and spiritual practice, affecting your social networks and future dreams. The Cazimi brings philosophical insights that transform how you engage with groups and collective hopes. Jupiter's support through career success shows that your spiritual studies have practical application The team, the team symbol teaches you to coordinate your vision with others rather than seeking perfect harmony. Coordinate. Scorpio rising. Mercury rules the 8th of transformation and 11th of social networks. The sun rules your 10th of career and authority. Jupiter's gift, exalted in your 9th, expanding philosophical understanding and higher learning. Your approach to shared resources and friendships transform, impacting your career and public standing. The Cazimi clarifies how psychological insights and collaborative power enhances your professional reputation. Jupiter support through expanded beliefs and learning shows that your transformation works as broader teaching applications. The team symbol reminds you that your depth is meant to serve others' healing. Sagittarius rising. Sagittarius rising. Mercury rules your 7th of partnerships and your 10th of career. So the sun rules your 9th of philosophy and higher learning. Jupiter's gift, exalted in your 8th, supporting shared resources and transformation. Career partnerships undergo mental rebirth through expanded philosophical understanding. The Cazimi aligns your professional image with relationship dynamics through educational or spiritual insights. Jupiter's support through deep bonds and shared resources show that your growth multiplies when you invest in others. The team symbol trains you to aim your arrow in coordination with the group's target. Capricorn rising. Mercury rules your 6th of daily work and your 9th of philosophy. The sun rules your 8th of transformation and shared resources. Jupiter exalted in the 7th, blessing partnerships with wisdom and expansion. Your daily routines and belief systems undergo renewal through transformative philosophical insights. The Cazimi clarifies how higher learning affects work habits and health through deep understanding and shared resources. Jupiter's support through partnership shows that your discipline becomes a gift to others when applied collaboratively. The team symbol teaches you to structure services. The team symbol teaches you that structure serves the collective goal. Structure serves the collective goal. Aquarius rising. Mercury rules your 5th of creativity and 8th of transformation. The sun rules your 7th of partnerships. Jupiter's exalted gift in your 6th brings wisdom to daily service and health practices. Your creative expression and transformative process undergo mental rebirth through partnership dynamics. The Cazimi clarifies how shared resources and creative gifts are renewed through relationship insights. Jupiter's support through daily service shows that your innovations must be grounded in practical application. The team symbol reminds you that your unique vision serves the group's evolution. And last but not least, Pisces rising. Mercury rules your fourth of home and family and seventh of partnerships. The sun rules your sixth of daily work and service. Jupiter's gift, exalted in your fifth, expanding creativity, creative joy, and romantic expression. Your home foundation and partnerships undergo mental renewal through service and daily work practices. The Cazimi rebirths, relationship dynamics, and family connections through health and service insights. Jupiter's support through creativity and joy shows that your spiritual sensitivity becomes a gift when channeled through practical service. The team symbol teaches you that your flow state serves the collective rhythm. Jupiter, now y'all heard me through those rising signs say that Jupiter's gift from its exalted position. And I talked about why are they talking about the team? Because you remember the caravan of people heading to the west, and then the next saving symbol is the girls team, basketball team working together. Well, a team needs a coach, and that's Jupiter. And Jupiter, why am I saying that? Because all of this is happening in the bounds of Jupiter, so Jupiter has something to say. And Jupiter is like coaching from the sidelines. That's what coaches sit on the side from the exalted position. Some coaches sit in the press box and they looking down, calling the plays. A lot of coordinators, offense coordinators and stuff do that. Right? So, from its exalted position, Jupiter's been adding the secret sauce, the secret ingredients that's making this transformation feel more supported rather than chaotic. Because as is the dispositor of both the North Node in Pisces and the bound ruler of this Cazimi degree, Jupiter is, in a way, providing a bridge. The sextile at 19 degrees was blessing the purge. The 20-degree stuff, is coaching the team, and the Jupiter's trine with the North Node of Destiny is opening the pathway in which the team needs to go. So this just isn't about mental clarity. It's about wisdom-guided rebirth. The basketball team is not just they're not just practicing. They're being coached by a master teacher who knows exactly how each player plays. A coach gonna know each player's skill and know how each player can serve the greater good of the collective. Because the coach, his job is to win. Hey, how can I get everybody to work together to win this game? Well, this person over here does this good, and this person over here does that good, and that person over there. So let me put them here, put that there, and damn, if they just do their individual job, don't worry about that person. No, just do your individual job. We gonna win. You sure, coach? Yeah, have faith. Just do your job. So that is what this week has been about. This is what this Cazimi self-sip money. That's what this Cazimi has been about. Going on, Lucky? What it do? About time you make it to the party. Ain't nothing wrong with being tardy for the party. At least you made it. Yeah, I saw you yesterday, dog. Hey, Lucky, I've been giving you your flowers, dog. Now come on now. Don't act like I don't give you your flowers when they do. Come on now, bro. Come on now. Right. So yeah, y'all. Anybody got any questions? Look, 111. It's been recorded. 111. Been live. 111. Anybody? Matter of fact, I was gonna say maybe it's a good time to end this shit. Shit. Be honest with you, Lucky. I'm done now. That's what I came on to say. That's what I came on to say. Hey, mental. You know what? You know how it's been. I think I figured out a way to do it better because I was trying to. It's all good, Lucky, bro. It's all good, man. I think I figured out the way to get it to start easier now because if we plan the live to start later and then then I could be able to send a link. I can send you the link an hour before and then go in and start. I don't think it'll be, I think that's the way we got to do it because the way I've been doing it was trying to start the live right then and there and then trying to start the live right then and there and then trying to send and they want to let me go live and we like, I can't find that. Look, man, I'm trying to hit the. I think we got to schedule it. So, hey, what you got going on, Lucky? I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. Shit. So, yeah, I want to thank y'all for rocking with me. You know, I end this. Know thyself, balance your energy. Hey, what you doing? I want to end this because I don't want it to go that long. You take it over to meeting. All right.